James Lund, it's James, a wine guy. Right now, James, a sherry guy. Stay tuned for a review of this beautiful sherry. It is called a Palo Cortado from the producer Lustau. Stay tuned. What we have is Palo Cortado, a very rare sherry style. So it's something that is, it's been said before that Palo Cortado is always accidental. But I think it's an amazing, gorgeous wine, and I need to put a little more in my wine glass right here because I want to characterize and optimize this glass completely and fully. Now, sometimes people are going to serve this in maybe a smaller format glass. I really want to just enjoy this wine in terms of bringing out the full characteristic spectrum, scent profile, flavor profile, and I use a larger format of Bordeaux glass to really bring all those characteristics out. Phenomenal. So let me introduce this wine right now. A close review right here. Lustau Soler Reserva Palo Cortado. This is called Peninsula sherry from Jerez, Jerez de la Frontera. So only sherry comes from this region. And back panel for your inspection here, the very familiar certification, Jerez, and sherry certification. And so 19% ABV, and I think this is outstandingly gorgeous. You see Palo Cortado, you're going to see a wine style, sherry style that is extremely rare, probably 1 to 1.5%, sometimes 2% on a given year, but I think for me this is a fantastic, beautiful, gorgeous wine where it really has some, obviously the Palomino characteristics, Palomino being the grape. So almost all sherries with the exception of Pedro Jimenez is also the wine style and the wine grape variety. So everything else other than that is always coming from the Palomino grape. So when you are producing sherry, on the sherry production, you're going to have a bit of floor or yeast that is on top. And that really is giving some flavor characteristics to the wine itself, scent and flavor characteristics, to be honest. And so what ends up happening in this on a 1 to 1.5% basis is that it stops, it just goes away, it dies out. And then what you have is it becomes oxidized, so you get this coloration, this beautiful, deep, gorgeous coloration. Now, when I think of this coloration, I'm thinking oloroso. So that's a different style than this right here because this is going to be a dry style. So the oloroso is going to have a little more sugar content and definitely be something you can serve with a dessert. This you would not because it is fantastically dry, and yet you're getting some really deep, rich colorations to this wine right here. I think it is absolutely phenomenal. And what I take away from a lot of sherries, you do get some fruit expression, but instead you get some really other gorgeous qualities and characteristics that carry along this evocation of this beautiful style. For me, I've heard it before that sherry's in danger of dying, and I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's going to happen. I think there's a lot of interest in sherry in the United States and the UK and elsewhere in the world, and I'd like to see more interest in Spain of Jerez wine or Jerez de la Frontera wines. I think for me it is absolutely phenomenal, unique, and interesting. And you think of how this came about and how this is being done year over year. It's not an easy wine. All sherries are not easy to make based on the Solera system and how you create this. So without the Solera system, you wouldn't be creating unique, interesting wines. Non-vintage, of course, you always would date back to the Solera when it begins, but you don't necessarily quote that on the bottle itself because that would be saying, well, if you said it started in 1865, well, that's not true because not all of the content is from 1865. Anyways, so to go onward from this discussion point is to really go through and smell and taste this wine. I will always recommend serving this in a large format glass. Why? Simply because I want to experience, taste, smell, and get every characteristic and nuance from this wine itself. So I will always serve that. So on this scent characterization, beautiful notes of caramel, white flowers, toast, almond, a bit of biscuit, rare flower honey, and some really, what I would say, very highly nuanced citrus notes. Next is the flavor characterization, then the point score. Fantastically beautiful. And when I would really term this wine, and it's often noted that based on the Palo Cortado, because of its deep coloration, being similar to an oloroso, is that it really comes down to being more of an amontillado. So that's another sherry wine style. but you get a beautiful richness and crisp quality to this one. So on this I'm getting notes of biscuit, toasted almond, toasted cashew, hint of maple syrup, seared pear, and a hint of beeswax. I give this wine a 9.5 out of my 10.0 scale. Think of that as 95 points out of 100 points. By the way, even though this is a very rare wine, you can get this for about $25. So I found this in San Francisco for $25. Probably around the US, it's going to differ by maybe $1, $2, or even $3 left or right of the $25 price point. Fantastic wine. I'll put more information on the producer down below. List your questions and comments down there as well. Do me a big favor, give a like to this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. When you're starting out with sherry, I would definitely not go to the extreme dry and possibly not even to the tooth-achingly sweet Pedro Jimenez, because that might be a bit too intense. And I would actually probably center that and then go onward left and right in terms of the sugar or no sugar content. So again, 9.5 out of my 10.0 scale. We can continue this dialogue, and I would really love to do so on a variety of social medias. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, LinkedIn, as well as Instagram and WordPress. Thank you so much for watching me today. Stay tuned for more. Pick up a bottle of sherry, and it's a really great lifestyle and something to enjoy. It's something to be appreciating, this beautiful wine style. Thank you again for watching me today. Stay tuned for more. Salud.